Hey everyone, right now, tonight, I'm going to be doing a short little video on little tips on how to study for your final exams or just your end of the year tests, whatever your school calls them. But yeah, so these are like really simple things that you've probably heard before, but this is just kind of what I use and I do to help study, so yeah. And these are just in random order. So first, what I like to do is I clean my room. Like, really, I clean my room. Like, so I don't have any distractions, and I have space to just lay out my books, and my notebooks, my textbooks, and my notes, and all that. And then second, I like to make little areas in my room where I can just kind of like sit around and study. So like sometimes I'll sit on my bed for a while, then I'll move to my chair, and then I'll go over to my desk and sit up properly, or I'll lay on the floor and just be comfortable. Like, I suggest just getting some pillows and just throwing them wherever you're gonna be and just be comfortable. And then also is to take breaks. Like, if you studied straight for 1 hour, take a break. Like, this is what I do. I study for an hour and then I break for an hour. I don't suggest doing that. It's not a very good study habit, but like, break for 10, 15 minutes, half an hour, however much time that you need, or you can take. Because if you have a lot to study and you study straight for an hour and then you break for an hour, that's gonna take up a lot of your time and you're not gonna have as much time to study. So that is one thing I really suggest, is to kind of have a schedule set out so that you know when to do certain things and all that. And then also is to make note cards for any key vocabulary or anything like that. And they're just really helpful, and I like making them. It helps me study and learn just in the process of making them. So those are always super helpful. And then always, just like a tip in general for school, is take good notes. If your teacher doesn't make you, always you want good notes, so when it comes down to the final, you'll be able to look back and have something good that you can learn from and study from. So yeah, always take good notes. I'm not the best at taking notes, but I always try to take notes when I can. Another thing is to put aside all distractions. So that includes your phone and your computer and your TV and whatever else you have, your iPod or whatever. But one tip is, if you study better with music, then listen to your iPod or your phone, but don't get distracted by other things on your phone or your iPod or iPad or whatever you use. Just use it strictly for music purposes. Because I did that once before. I'm just not good in general at listening to music while I study because I get distracted by the music. So personally, I like to find a nice quiet place and just sit down or lay down and just study. Like, that's how I study. So another tip is, when you're taking notes, is to try to have good writing. And I have horrible writing, for one thing, so normally whenever I take notes in class, I'll try to rewrite them. If I can't read them very well, or if they're just really messy, I'll try to rewrite them so it's easier for me to study, and it's just easier in general. And also to have a study buddy. If you're having a hard time with something and you don't really have anyone at home, you don't have like an older sibling that's taken the same class that you're in right now, and you're having a hard time, ask a friend. Like, that I'm a shy person, most of the time, so I know it's kind of hard to ask a friend, but I mean, they're your friends, so it shouldn't be too hard, but sometimes I'm just shy because I feel embarrassed that I don't want to seem stupid or something, but I mean, it's your grade, and my school, it's like 15 or 20% of your final grade, so it's a major factor of what your grade is going to be. So studying really does help, and what I do suggest also is when you know your finals coming up, a week before that, or maybe even two, I suggest asking your teacher what is going to be on your exam. That's the most helpful thing ever, so you can start studying already. One thing I really suggest against doing is just sitting down the night before your finals and expecting to know everything by the morning, because scientifically it's actually a lot easier for your brain to remember things if you study for short times, like periodically daily, than like every day, and you study like one thing, you're gonna remember it better that way than just studying once really quickly and cramming right before the exam. So I suggest that. It just really is so much more helpful. And ignore my hand. Sorry. But yeah, so I can't really think of anything else, but yeah, just don't get distracted when you're studying. Try your hardest, but take breaks. And another thing is to have something to snack on, or like some people like to chew gum while they study, or some like to like eat apple slices, which I like to do, or like orange slices, like I'll peel an orange or something and then I'll like snack on that. Or some people, they do like the gummy bear trick, which is you read in your textbook and periodically you lay out a gummy bear on the page, and then when you get to the gummy bear you can eat it. I've never actually done that, but I've heard it's helpful. But yeah, so try out some of those tricks. Also is to drink lots of water. It helps your brain, it helps you stay hydrated, and just in general, drink lots of water. One thing that really helps me personally, I don't know if this is anyone else, but I love when I'm trying to study, is to eat Tic Tacs. So not eat Tic Tacs, but like suck on Tic Tacs, the white ones. Those for some reason just really help me, and mint actually helps with studying and testing in general. So yeah, those are my main little tips and tricks to studying. If you have any other tricks or tips that I left out or that I just don't know of, please comment them so I can have some help studying. But yeah, so like I said, just get rid of distractions, have something to snack on, drink, take breaks. I don't know if I'm repeating myself too much, but yeah, so just stay focused, and just when it comes to the exam, just try your best. I mean, I'm going to admit it, I've done poorly on exams before, and it is a big part of my grade, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, I know that feeling of failure, or not really failure because I didn't fail, but like you just feel like a failure. Life goes on, and just next year, you have next year to redeem yourself and to do better. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. You all mean so much to me. So yeah, for all my links and stuff, that will be in the down bar. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.